Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Hey everybody, Nicodemus Kane. I am back once again. I recorded something last night. This morning, I had some information pop up that I needed to go ahead and say something about before I it kind of slipped my mind. It is Saturday. It is April the 18th. It is 8:37 in the morning. I just woke up about 30 minutes ago. So, anyways, I wanted to. I saw something on Twitter and I wanted to come down and immediately say something because stuff's just in your face constantly. So we have talked about different things as it pertains to the mark of the beast and the currency system and all this stuff. We've talked about money. I've gotten it. I've gotten it from other sources before where money, mon eye, one eye. It's the one eye system. It's this whole system of thing. Money is the root of all evil. I mean, you could put it all together. It's a it's a big entire. It's just a big entire thing. So we've talked about the mark of the beast before, about 666. That no man shall buy or sell unless he has the mark in his right hand or in his forehead. Of course, I've talked a couple times about how people think that that could be the actions that you take or the thoughts that you have. People have thought that the mark of the beast is, Sunday worship, which I don't know how Sunday worship could prevent you from buying or selling. So I don't think that's it exactly. But we are at a point in the world where it is entirely possible for them to take away your ability to be able to buy or sell. That's cash. To be able to take away the ability to buy or sell and to be able to make a system where you could only buy or sell if you had some kind of a mark, some kind of something that would help. And that comes in the form of a chip, a microchip, uh, some kind of some kind of system to where they could make money digital and that cash would not be an option anymore and that you could only buy or sell if you have this mark, if you're part of this system. Now, of course, this goes along with they caused everyone to not only use this system but to worship this system as well. There are many different ways of worshiping things. People worship money all the time. They just don't know it. People will constantly bow down to the almighty dollar. Um, when it comes down to it, I think this has something to do with when Jesus said, "If you try, he who tries to save his life will surely lose it, and he who will die in my name will have everlasting life." I think that's a part of it, is that it's going to come down to whether you want to sell yourself out into the system, literally sell yourself out into the system, or if you want to follow the truth. The truth is, money is just this problem that the beast system, that this great overlying system has created for it. So as we've gone through, I know I've talked about the NTAG. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull this up. Yeah, I will go ahead and where is this one? Yes, that one. All right. I've got so many different things on this OBS now. It's all broken. So we have talked about this before. The NTAG 216. I know this one says 213, 215, but the 216 was the last one that I could find. But the 216 is the chip that they were using to put in the right hands in between the thumb and the forefinger. That's what all these people are doing to be able to not have to worry about carrying their keys around or not have to worry about carrying their wallet around and all this other kind of stuff. And I went through and I talked about the NTAG 216. 216 is a 6 times 6 or 6 plus 6 plus 6. Or no, 6 times 6 times 6. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. It's 666 cubed or 666. My brain is not working right now. I'm sorry. You might hear some noises upstairs. The baby is awake, so you just have to deal with it. So I think this is interesting, though. The people that make this NXP semiconductors, which I did I think was NXP. Let me see here. I have to find my my little handy dandy cheat sheet. I think I did a thing where I said that NXP within itself was also a coded number system. Um, there was a couple other things there. Biohacks was the company that created or helped create this. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I have a video. I don't openly state it in the title of the video. You just have to find it in the videos. But I know there it is right there. Yes, NXP superconductors. How NXP N is 14, X is 24, P is 16. That comes up to a 666. 14, 14 plus the one off of the P is a 6, and then the middle one, the X, is a 24. That's a 6, and then the very last one is a 6. It's just blatant in your face. But this is an RFID chip that goes into your hand that people are now using to swipe into work, to turn their car on, to do all these other things just for the sake of not having to carry around money or keys or any of this other stuff that they think it's a convenience. But really, it's just another piece of nothing that you don't need. And it's also getting rid of cash. If you get rid of cash, you lose the ability to be able to freely buy anything you want. Because when it all becomes digital, it's not in your control anymore. It's in somebody else's control, and they control your life. That's pretty much all this was, and we've allowed this to happen slowly but surely. I'm just as guilty of it as everybody else. I barely carry cash around with me anymore. It's not something I do. It's we just use the card for everything. But it's part of that conditioning to be able to get you into understanding that cash isn't a thing anymore. And I've kind of hinted at how, especially with the current situation with the C virus, about how they could very easily say that cash is tainted, that they have to get rid of all cash because cash will carry the virus, and yada yada yada. That within itself just sounds ridiculous to me, but that is just another way that they could say, well, we have to get rid of all cash. That way we can just go to a completely cashless society, and then everything will just be some kind of cryptocurrency on these chips that everybody's going to have eventually in order to be able to exist in this world. That's what's pretty much happening here. Um, Now there's already been a lot of people that have already fallen into this. They've already, accepted this chip into their hand, and it is what it is. You're not going to be able to stop that. But I find it interesting. I came in here to try to go to the website for the chip, and when you go to it, there's an internal server here. I find it interesting that this is completely. It's just not there anymore. That's a little strange, and this is from the NXP website. That's a little crazy. But you go down, and there's other people that talk about it. I mean, Amazon sells these things, for God's sakes. you know. But this is that RFID chip. This is the NTAG216, and like I said, that's just a 6 cubed. That's 216. That's a 666. Just pointing right in your face. So that kind of brings us to what I found out today is that there is a new patent out right now. It is WO/2020/060606. This is not a joke. This is legit. This is serious. I'm gonna send you back. I shouldn't have even brought you back here in the first place. You don't need to see my ugly mug. So I actually Googled this, and sure enough, it's a legit thing. WO 2020 060606. It is a cryptocurrency system using body activity data. This is something that I kind of half-ass heard about a couple weeks ago, where somebody was saying that we could have people themselves mine cryptocurrency while they just walk around. Just they were saying it was saying something about using the energy of our bodies because apparently the new thing now is to be able to use the energy of our bodies. Good energy, bad energy, whatever energy comes off of our bodies, we can use that now and manipulate it in order to be able to get whatever we want out of you. Which is what the whole system has been about. What you do in this world when you are birthed, which I talked about this last night about the maritime language of English. When you are birthed into this world, you are giving a birth certificate that basically says that you are owned by the corporation, the country corporation of America, and that you are given money, this current currency, based upon your energy. The only thing that you have to offer this world, the only thing that you come into this world that you have that is yours is your energy. And what you do as you live is you give this energy away year by year by year. That's all we have is the sweat of our brow, is the work, the effort that we put out into the world. It's our energy. And we give our energy away so that they will give us money so that we can spend that money on stuff that they have that they give to us. You see, that's what our offer is our energy. So this guy I was listening to was saying that we can use these people's positive and negative feelings and energies in order to be able to mine cryptocurrency. And when I heard it, I was just kind of like, yeah, that just really sounds like something that they would do. It just sounds so far fetched, off the wall at this point that that's what they would do. Well, sure enough, they came up with this damn thing. So the abstract on this is human body activity associated with a task provided to a user may be used in a mining process of a cryptocurrency system. A task provided to a user. I don't know what that task is, but it's a task. A server may provide a task to a device of a user which is communicatively wow communicatively coupled to the server. A sensor communicatively coupled to or comprised in the device of the user may sense body activity of the user. So this is something you either have to wear or this is something that's inside your body. It's basically what they say. You're either wearing it like a wristband or it's inside your body like a microchip. Body activity data may be generated based on the sensed body activity of the user. The cryptocurrency system communicatively coupled to the device of the user may verify if the body activity data satisfies one or more conditions set by the cryptocurrency system and award cryptocurrency to the user whose body activity data is verified. In roundabout ways, it's basically saying if they tell you that they want you to open and close your hands 50 times a day, you have to have a sensor on your body that says, hey, he open and close his hands 50 times a day. And if you do that, just like a trophy on PlayStation or an achievement on Xbox, you will get rewarded with a cryptocurrency. That is literally what that's saying. On the surface, it doesn't sound so bad, but take it to the next level. So, what is happening now is that because of the current situation with the C virus, they are saying, well, you need to wear some kind of wristband. Actually, I just heard that in Montana that workers actually have to wear a armband in order for the police to be able to spot them so that they can get through. In the last video I talked about, we talked about the one guy that said that what was he saying? He said that in order for what the way to fix the economy is to have everyone be tested, and that they would be able to have wear some kind of badge like like you get whenever you vote in order to be able to show that you got tested, that you're safe. like a badge. So you put it, uh, and then of course you have this whole ID 2020 thing, which is coming around. This is a whole Billy Gates deal where they want you. You already have the real ID thing that's coming on the licenses, on driver's licenses. That it's some kind of biometric something that you have to have. Uh, I don't know if it's going to be a blood draw or a DNA. I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet. I have not been led to look into it. I've just heard about it. But the real ID thing, that's going to be coming around with this ID 2020, which apparently is some kind of microchip that you get injected in your system that helps to show that you have been vaccinated. Now, old Billy Gates has been talking about this. Oh man, I have to look this one up too. I'll look it up here on my phone and then I'll do it there. But it is some kind of. I'm actually looking at the ID 2020, which they say is because so many people don't have a digital ID. They're saying, oh, 1 billion people in the world don't have a digital ID. Well, maybe 1 billion people in the world don't need it because they exist in a world where they don't have to worry about getting on a computer. Maybe that's the thing. Did you ever think of that? Not everybody needs to be on the internet. My grandmother has survived without being on the internet for, how old is she now? 83 years. I mean, think about that for a second. Sorry. But and that's all this ID 2020 thing is. It's just basically saying because we need to make sure that everybody has a digital ID. We need to find a way to get everybody to have this. So we're gonna come up with this way of giving everybody a digital ID. Honestly, I don't need a digital ID. I'm able to log into my system. I'm fine. Whatever. I don't need you to find some kind of biometric nonsense to be able to get me to do anything. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. There's nothing in here about it. They're talking about privacy and they're talking about all this other kind of crap. It's a fundamental and universal human right. Well, you know what else is a universal human right? To be able to not have people constantly track me wherever I go. And to be able to see every little thing that I do. But apparently that's what you guys want me to do. Is you want me to be able to it's important for gender equality. What? Okay, whatever. In September 2015, all United Nations member states adopted the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, which is just you look that stuff up. Including their commitment to provide legal identity for all, including birth registration by 2030. There it is again. It's that birth registration. They want to make sure that they know everybody that is in the world, where you are, who you are, and what you're doing at all times. On the surface of it, it's like, why? Why do you need to know all this stuff? But that's what they want. They want total control. You don't understand how close they are to having complete and total control of this whole thing. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So, anyways, that's the ID 2020. So, what was this? It's a shot. It's a tattoo. Okay, here we go. That's part of the. Okay, invisible quantum dot computer. All right. Let me look this up first. Invisible quantum dot tattoo. There we go. It's right on top. All right. Let me bring you back over here, and then we'll look at this. An invisible quantum dot tattoo could be used to ID vaccinate kids, and this is the thing I've been hearing about too. Is they put some kind of something when they give you the shot, look at this nonsense. Go away. They put some kind of something on it whenever they give you the shot, and basically what it does is it they found a way to convert they found a covert way, like we need a covert way really to embed the record of vaccination directly in a patient's skin rather than document it electronically or on paper. So so you're the one that has to be able to carry all this information around. So far the system is mostly proof of concept. Yeah, right. But if they're talking about it, it probably means they've already done it. But you see, this is all part of the thing. Like I'm saying, is that they found a way to put these things in your body in some way, shape, or form that they can they can keep track of you. It's just another system of keeping track. Plus, with these other shots that they're talking about that are able to implant microchips inside of you, that they're talking about these nanobots that can go through your system and fight diseases. I don't know if that's true. I'm not following nanobot technology. I really don't know what that's all about. But when they talk about this and they talk about you need to have some kind of badge, you need to have some kind of something to be able to go out into the rest of the world to be able to show that yes, you have had your shots and that you are not you are not carrying this virus around and all this other kind of stuff. You can see how this adds up. They want to do this. They want to have everybody on this chip. They want to have a digital currency. They want to get rid of cash. They want to get rid of that freedom for you because they want to track us. I You can say that they don't want to all you want, but in the end they do. This is what they want. They've been talking about this for years and years and years. And nobody's really been listening. We've just been like, "Oh, ha ha ha, that's just conspiracy theory." But no, we are so close to this. And to put this on top of that, to say that there's some kind of sensor that can be in the body to be able to read when certain movements happen so that you can mine cryptocurrency, you know, like it's like it's some kind of an achievement, some kind of a trophy for you to be able to move around and to mine cryptocurrency for who? Cryptocurrency for them, you know? To see all this come together and to see the numbers. That's the biggest part about it, is to see the numbers that pop up on this. The NTAG216, this patent with the creepy ass 666. I mean, what the hell? Not only that, I find this interesting. So it was filed. It was filed 6/20/2019. It was filed last year on June the 20th, but it wasn't published until just recently. It was published 3/26/2020. For anybody in the know, 3/26, that is a 9/23. If you can see the numbers and read the numbers and understand the numbers, that's a 9/23 right there. If you want to know what 9/23 is, go Google that stuff. I can't explain everything to you. I thought it was interesting though. The 3/26. Let me find my calculator. 3/26, 26 times 26 times 26, 17,576. Now, does anybody know why that number is so important? Because as soon as I saw that, I kind of laughed. I said 1776, 1776. Let's do that. I don't know if they'll say it here or not. We're going to Illuminati. Illuminati, inciting an enlightened era, a secret society founded May 1st, 1776. 5/1776. You guys get it yet? 5/1776. It's very blatant. It's very blatant and open and in your face at this point. I think that's why they say that 2020 is the year of perfect vision, the year of the enlightenment, the opening of the eyes, is because everything that's happening now is out in the open. and you just have to see it at this point. You know, it's all very blatant. It's all coming together in this weird conglomeration of crazy. I was actually thinking the other day how how perfect they made it. It's perfect in a bad way, but from an evil genius point of view, you couldn't have planned it better. I mean, really, they've just that's how I know that it's a supernatural thing because no man could ever come up with something this good, this perfect. You know, the numbers of everything. You can't just come up with this crap off the top of your head. This is a legitimate thing. So I needed to throw that out there. I woke up and I saw that and I said, "You've got to be shitting me." How much more crap can we really, really take at this point? But apparently that's it. Apparently that's the next straw that's on the camel's back. So I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I've done my damnedest on this channel to be able to point out the numerology that I see, and I have a very limited understanding of numerology. I've said that before. I said I can see it, but I have to take my time to be able to see it. I'm not perfect with it. When I see it, I try to at least point it out, and that's pointing it out as best as I can. If I can point it out any more than that, I would. I'm sorry. I just so hopefully this finds somebody that can understand it. Uh, Hopefully this finds somebody that will be able to understand it. Hopefully it'll hit somebody that will be able to take it and make their own better video because I'm just some guy sitting in my basement just talking, because I'm just talking about stuff I see. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not editing these videos. I'm not putting flashy crap in my videos. I'm just sitting down and talking to you face to face, just trying to get you to understand what's going on. That's all I'm doing. I figured this is the best way to talk to people. Just stop and say, this is what's going on. So take it as it is. Do your own research. 666 patent. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I'm dumbfounded. I said in the video last night that it absolutely blows my mind. It makes me sick to my stomach. Some days I'm just like, give me a break, about how much the numerology is and the symbolism. It's my granddaughter's up there, but how much the symbolism is just constant at this point. It's just absolutely constant. They just don't care anymore about hiding it. They're putting it right in your face, and the people that can't see it, they they are just eating it up like it's nothing. And the people that can see it, we're screaming at the top of our lungs. And we're screaming to a brick wall. That's basically what it is. Nobody's listening. So that's just for anybody that can see it, for eyes to see and ears to hear. That's pretty much how I started doing these. Anybody that can see it or hear it, please take it, share it around, tell your friends, tell your family. This one I think could probably be the one if you use it in conjunction. If you use this in conjunction with the NTAG216 and understand, tell them and understand that NTAG216, the 216 is a 6 cubed, 6 times 6 times 6. That's a 666. Tell them about the numerology of the people that make it, the NXG, the even RFID, the numbers of RFID are a 666. I know it's a bit of a stretch sometimes to be able to put those together, but they are there. It's a way there are at least 3 different ways that you can pull 666 out of RFID in the NTAG 216. I know that I was able to do 4 or 5 of them. Where did that go? I just got rid of it and I don't know. Damn it, I spend too much time on this phone. I should have all this stuff like out in the open, but I don't. I don't know where my paper went. Oh, I know where my paper went. I don't know where it went. There it is. This one doesn't have the RFID on it. I need the numbers of the RFID. F is. There we go. RFID. How did I do this? RF. Okay, so that's what it was. It's radio frequency identification. So it's RFID, but really it's RFI. It's an RFI chip. It doesn't have to be an ID. So the R is an 18, the F is a 6, and the I is a 9. You can do that one on your own. 8 plus 1 is 9. 969. Flip it. It's a 666. Come on now. There's other ways, hexadecimal ways of doing it too, but the NXP, like I said, that was a 142416. That's a 666 if you put it together. The NTAG, 216, and the RFID. There's ways of doing. There's ways of showing people. You just have to get them to listen. Sooner or later something has to click. Sooner or later they have to stop and say, "Well, that just can't be a coincidence." Well, no, it can't just be a coincidence anymore. Especially now that they're talking about you have to have this to be able to go out, and that we can put these things inside of you, and yada yada yada, and these digital IDs and this cryptocurrency stuff. Where what are they going to do? They're going to have us walking around in circles? I mean, really, is that what it's going to be? Because apparently robots are going to be doing all the work, so we're just going to be walking around in circles like sheep. I don't know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they'll just keep us locked in our house, and they tell us, well, in order to earn money, all you got to do is just do this. Probably something crazy. Probably it should be like, if you want to earn money, masturbate. I bet you the the muscle usage that you have to do to be able to get your cryptocurrency for that day is this. That's just as a joke. I mean, seriously though, that would make so much sense. That would tie into the whole Brave New World nonsense. Because 1984 and Brave New World are just you put them together and you are very close to what we have right now, where it's all just sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but you're constantly being monitored while you do it, and you have no freedom. It just literally, it's just all together at this point. It just makes so much sense. They're just going to lock you in your house, and they're just going to tell you that you just have to masturbate to earn money. So they're going to keep you all sexed up and lusted up, and I can't even do it anymore. I gotta go. I gotta stop. I needed to say that. I need to go at least another 2 minutes because I'm not stopping at 33 minutes on this video. I'm not doing it. That's it's not. I will sit here and do nothing for 5 minutes to make sure that damn thing doesn't stop at 33 minutes. What happened? Just as an off, just as an aside, just what happened? I was born in 1977, and I lived through the 80s, and I never would have thought in a million years that any of this would have been real until I saw it. And then it's like, I never would have known. I never would have cared. Not as a kid, not as a teenager. I heard it as a teenager, but I just thought it was a joke. You know, and even through my 20s and my 30s, I had heard it, but I didn't care. I just didn't want to listen. It took me until I was 40 years old in order to be snapped out of it. And then it was like, man, it's just everywhere. It's just blatant in your face. You see it or you don't see it. I don't know what else to say. I just really don't know what else to say. I hope this information gets to somebody that needs to hear it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I said it last night. It's too late to. It's too late to try to really wake people up. At this point, all you can do is just brute force this information into people's faces and hope for the best. You know, you're not trying to wake people up to the grand illusion anymore. You're just trying to wake people up to not falling into the pit, pretty much. All right, you guys take care. I shall see you guys later. Bye.